Hey, what's going on everybody? Servo here. Welcome back to the channel. Version 1.8 of Infinity Nikki has just dropped, and with it came a new region, the Danqing Island, and I gotta be honest, it is so incredible. But it also brought a lot of new enemy types and some bosses as well. In this guide, I'm gonna teach you all the mechanics, the locations, what they actually drop, and what you should expect when you're going into this new island. Now, if you guys enjoy my content, please be sure hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, we have timestamps down below for these guides. That way, if you're looking for a specific one, you can just click on the time. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. All right, so the first enemy we're actually going to go after is the Masque Phantom. This one is one of the coolest enemy types they have added in a while. Now, one thing to keep in mind, you need to pay attention to the drums in their hand, also the mask, and pay attention to that as well. So they're going to end up dropping the Awakening Drum piece. Now, this enemy type is exclusive to this new region, and let's go check out where we can find them. All right, so to find this enemy type, I actually have unlocked where I can track him down and show you exactly where he is. But if you're over here and you have like the Loong pagoda area right here, like that's the giant temple, you got this giant little pond over here, and then all the way down here at the bottom left, just between Inkwash Stream and Reed Blossom Shore, they are going to spawn in this one location. Now, there are other locations, but not exactly on this map. As you see, there's no more that'll spawn in any of the other areas. So we're going to go after there. I'm going to show you how to defeat them, and then I'm going to show you another way to encounter some more of these. Okay, so chances are this is the first area that you're going to encounter one of these. You have this area where you can actually sit, take some nice pictures, but down here, you're going to see this thing right here, and it's going to keep staring at you no matter which direction you look. It's going to follow you around, and you're not going to trigger the fight until you actually go up here and hit investigate. Now, when you do, he's going to spawn back further, but like I mentioned, there's a couple variations to this guy. So keep an eye on like the symbol on the top of his head, like the color of it, and then just his overall aesthetic. And then he's going to spawn a couple of these drums. So these drums on the beat are going to release a little shockwave that will do damage. As you see right here, if I get hit by it, it's going to deal some damage to me. So what we need to do is match up the colored drum with his mask. So that one right there, he has like a white mask on. We're going to go ahead and hit this one right here. And then he's going to drop to his knees, and on his head right here, you can see that we can actually interact with them and purify the head portion. So now he's going to go into his second phase, and this one's going to be a little trickier. So he's got 4 drums now, and for this specific variation, he actually has these purple drums with question marks. Here you have to guess which one is the correct drum and attack it to be able to actually deal the last bit of damage. So now he has a black mask on right now, and then it puts the white mask on. So let's look at the symbols right here. 3 of them are the same, and then the last one was the black one. So I actually tracked it and followed it, and it was going to be this one here. So I'm not going to attack it just yet. I'm going to show you what happens if I attack one that's not it. It's just going to do this. He's going to do shockwaves and then send them out again. So now if we pause right here, you'll see that there's 3 of the same and 1 of the black ones. So we're going to follow it. And as you see, it's the top left here. Oh, actually bottom left now. So we're going to hit that. He's going to drop to his knees, and then we can hit him like that. And we're going to get Awakening Drum, Thread of Purity, Combat Experience, and some blings and stuff. So you are going to need those items to craft some stuff later on. Now, another location that you can find them is actually over in the Ink Realm. So if you come over here, and like we have this teleporter at the Longwash Pavilion, just to the left of the pagoda, you actually have this one right here called the Ink Realm Scroll. If you actually go up there, and you can teleport once you unlock it, once you go up there, you can go ahead and enter, and then you'll be inside the Ink Realm where you can defeat other kinds of enemies as well. But the 2 locations that I have found these is over here, just past Inkville over to the right, just south where you enter, and then over here by Green Bamboo Grove. You can go to those locations, and usually 2 more of these will spawn at a time. Alrighty guys, so the next enemy we're going to take a look at is the Bamboo Inkbag. Now this enemy looks pretty cool, and he's actually pretty ferocious. He's actually going to end up dropping the bamboo cloth as a material for you. And you can only find him on the new map. And as you see, there are lots of locations. You're going to encounter them pretty much everywhere on this new zone. Even up here at the north part by the Long Peak, you can see that they actually have them all around here. Over in the Ink Realm, this is their locations. Like I said, they are all over here. You are not going to struggle finding any of these. Let me zoom out a little bit more. Even down here at the Reed Blossoms area, there's tons. All right, looks like I have just a couple over here. Now, here's their attack patterns. They, like I said, they're pretty ferocious. They're going to get close, and then they're going to start spinning around, and it actually lasts a while. So you could attack them while they're doing that, or you can just keep dodging it. But as you see, he actually made himself dizzy and confused, so that's like your moment to strike as well. So you could just kind of kite him around here. And it takes a while before they do a secondary attack. So again, they're pretty easy enemies to take care of. And then we're going to go ahead and attack them. They take 2 hits to finish them. Let's finish these right here. And as you see, they drop a bamboo cloth. And you're going to need this stuff later as well. The next enemy we're going to come after is actually the cute Floral Inkbag. Also exclusive to the new region. And it's actually going to drop a new material here, which is floral cloth. You will need this later on when you want to do some crafting of some items and clothing pieces as well. Now, they do have this little flower shield that's going to prevent them from taking like attacks head on. You can attack them repeatedly and stun them if you want, but there's much easier ways to take care of these little guys. Now, just like the previous one, you're not going to struggle finding these enemies. They are pretty much all over this new region. Even all the way up here, you can find tons and tons of them. So again, to the right of the pagoda is a great starter place to be able to encounter them. And there's fewer down on the south area, and then quite a few over here by the bamboo. Now, don't forget, you can, again, go over into the Ink Realm. You can teleport there, and you can find more inside there as well. Inside the Ink Realm, here is some of the locations. So over by the back mountain, we have a couple. Down here by Inkville, again, over by the pagoda. All right, so here we go. This little guy is pretty easy to go against. Keep in mind, they do have the little flower shield right here, and you do have to attack them at least 2 times or hit them 2 times. But all they really do is this little dash attack, and they pretty much, they like defend a bunch of the other enemies as well. So you could just wait for them to strike, get behind them, and then hit the backside and hit them again. And it's that simple. They will end up dropping the floral cloth. Up next, I'm going to show you where to find the maple ink bag. Now, this enemy is pretty unique. They have a branch on their head, and they have 4 different leaves. Those are very important when we encounter them and fight them. They're going to end up dropping the maple cloth, which you will need as well. So they are exclusive to this new region. And here is some of the locations to find them. So we're going to track them using the maple cloth. Not as many down south. There is some over here by the bamboo area. And then all the way up north, you can find them as well. And they are also, there's like a lot of them in the Ink Realm. Over in the Ink Realm, here is some of their locations. So again, these ones are pretty much down south. Pretty much across from the bridge, in Inkville is a great location to get them. Now, these are very interesting. As you see it, they will pop out of the ground if they're inactive, but they can just be out in the world as well. And I want you to pay attention to the top of their head, like where the tree is. They actually will spawn flowers. Each flower is going to be a blast. So now he's down to 3. Once he shoots at me again, he'll be down to 2. And shoot me again, down to 1. And then the final one, now they're going to have to actually reload. So this is a time you could attack if you wanted. But again, they're pretty easy enemies. That's about their only attack pattern right here, is some range attack. So you can just do that and that. Done. And they're actually going to drop the maple cloth item, which you will need these. Up next, we actually have the Inkblot Bag. So they are exclusive to the new region as well. And they look pretty similar to some of the other ones we have. They have this little shield like on the front side, this little metal part. And then they will end up dropping the Inkblot buckle. Now here is some of the locations over here in the main area. Again, to the right of the pagoda. Not very many down south. We have a couple down here by Bamboo Grove. Couple locations. They are mostly up here by the back mountains. If I zoom out, and then we go over here to the north side, you see there's just a couple over here. We do have some at the teleporter by the side peak and this location right there. And then we're going to go back over to the realm, just like the other locations. Now, their locations in the Ink realm, we have some just up north. We have a couple down here, but quite a few down in the south area right here. And I actually see 3 of them just hanging out over here. So I'm going to show you their attack patterns. Whenever they do lock onto you, they're going to start trying to get closer. You just want to dodge their attack, and they're going to do a little dash there. So these guys are very, very easy to take on. And they're going to do it again. They're going to get closer, and you just dodge. And then you can attack them and hit them on the backside if you want. Now, they are in the air for the most part. And if you hit them in the front, as you see, they actually have a shield. So you can hit them over and over from the front and take the shield off, and then it'll stun them. And then you can hit them, or you could just wait for them to dash towards you like this. And then get behind them and then attack and take care of them. So they're very easy. Up next, we have the wonderful Wandering Pouch. So this guy looks pretty familiar as well. It's going to end up dropping the Wandering Knot. And they are exclusive to this new region as well. Over here in the Danqing Island, you can actually find quite a few of them. So over in the main area, as you see, they are also all over the map. I mean, they are located everywhere. Tons down here in Reed Blossom. Tons over here at Bamboo Grove. And then just up north at Long Peak, we actually have a lot of them as well. Over in the Ink Realm, there's actually a lot of these as well. Tons over here at the Ink Pool area. So if you need some, I would just, as soon as you spawn in, start heading to this area. And this is what they look like. Their attacks are pretty easy. Again, this is a ranged enemy, so you just want to stay back. And they're just going to shoot at you. Now, by themselves, a lot of these enemies are not too difficult, but when they're grouped up together, that's when it can get a little more challenging. So we're just going to keep dodging, and you can just go up there, hit them like that, they're done. So the Painting Owl is actually going to drop the Sealed Scroll. They are exclusive to this area, and they're pretty interesting enemy type because you have to do a specific mechanic to actually deal damage to these. We're going to go check them out in a second. Now, for the next enemy type is actually very cool and very different from some of the weaker enemy types. So we're going to go over here in the scroll in the actual Ink Realm, and you can find a couple locations. So there's not as many of these, but we have one down here by the Wildfield Waterside. And then there's also one over here at Green Bamboo Grove. So I'm going to head over there. And here's what they look like. They're actually the taller owl that's actually on this tree. So they're pretty like interesting because they do have an AoE attack. So you want to go ahead and clear out all the enemies underneath them. So here's where things get interesting. You cannot just go up here and purify them like normal. You can't attack them. Even if you get higher, it's not going to do anything. So to actually defeat this guy, you need to equip the new Danqing craft outfit right here. And you actually have to purify him. So I would right click, aim, and it like locks on. And then you shoot. And then it'll actually drop him lower, and then you can attack him and do some damage. So you actually get this outfit by the Heart of Infinity. So just over here on the left side, you're going to see we have this little node here. So this is where you're going to get the sketch for the outfit, and then you're going to have to craft this new ability outfit, and it's going to help you defeat these. Now, another area that you can find the painted owl is actually in the cave. So over here by Inkville, we have this teleporter, Wanderbloom Grove. We actually have a cave over here on the right side, the Aroma Cave. And in there, you can encounter some of them. So as you see, we have the whole map. It's over here on the far right side. We got the pagoda right here. So it's all the way down where this little road will take you. And then you will encounter the cave on the side. So we're going to go inside there. And then almost as soon as you enter in here, you're going to find another one right here. So you're just going to defeat it the same way you did the other ones. Alrighty, so pretty much at the beginning of the new story, you're going to encounter this Masque Phantom boss fight. So for this one, you're going to have to do kind of like the smaller versions of these that you'll find out in the world. You have to look at his mask and jump and dodge these. We're going to dodge the other one. And then we're going to end up hitting the white one because he does have like the white mask on right now. So then he's going to end up spawning. We got 2 black drums here and 1 white drum. His mask is currently black. You can see it on his face there. So I'm going to go ahead and attack that one. And then attack... Oh, we're going to attack this one right here. And now he's going to drop to his knees. So then we can attack his head. And then now we're going to go into the second phase. So he's going to start doing pretty much the same thing. He has his white mask on now. Now his black mask. Let's just keep dodging, dodging. We're going to hit this black one here. And then we're going to jump up and hit this black drum. And then he's going to do the same thing again. So you just have to wait around. He still has his black mask up right now. And now his white one. So this time we're going to hit the white drum. And then the white drum over here. And he'll drop down. And we can attack him. So now for the next one, we have to see which one is the odd man out. This one at the top right was the black drum. The rest were all white drums. So I'm just following it along right now. And I noticed actually that one right there is going to drop again. And then we can attack them. Alrighty guys, now it's time for us to take on the big boss from this update. Now one thing you want to make sure you have equipped is this one, this ability that you've been using for the Danqing ability outfit. So you are going to have to use this quite a bit during this fight. But as you're progressing through chapter 2, you're going to get to a point where you have to enter here and we're going to do a boss fight. Now this fight is pretty tricky, but I'm going to walk you through it. The first part, you just want to keep dodging, okay? So that's going to be the main thing. Just keep dodging as much as you possibly can. And just let him keep throwing his attacks at you, dodging whenever you can. Just keep moving around. And then he's going to do some little waves that are going to land, and you have to jump up like this, like little pulse waves. So just keep dodging those. Just keep jumping. Now, whenever you see platforms like this that are kind of transparent, you're going to have to use your ability outfit to actually activate it. So you're going to hit it with the ability outfit, and then you can climb up top. So now we're going to try and do the first phase of this fight. So we need to damage him at least one time. We have different platforms. He's going to start attacking us. You just want to keep dodging them, just like before. So he's going to throw down some more platforms. And then you can just keep hopping from each of the platforms like this. Just keep moving around. These first ones are going to start moving forward, so you can just sit here for a while and just wait. Right now they're going to explode. So I'm going to jump and dodge that one. And then here comes some more. We're still just going to keep waiting around. Just paying attention to the little like void orbs that are coming down this way. Use your ability whenever you need to actually be able to restore one of the platforms. Alright, so now that he finally stopped, we just need to make our way to him to actually do some damage. So you can start restoring the platforms and then just keep hopping like this, dodging any of the blasts that you need to. And then once you get up here to this one, it's automatically going to attack for you. So I didn't have to interact at all. And now we've done 1 damage. We only got 2 more hit points left. So this next stage is actually going to switch things up a bit. We're going to do something different. Now he's going to come after us, but he's not going to damage us when he's like actually moving by us. So you can just stand here for a little bit and let's just wait. And then eventually we're going to get some more platforms. So now we need to start making our way over here. Don't worry about falling off. If you move all the way, it's not going to like push you off at all. Again, once he comes after you, it's not going to damage you. So I can walk to the edge. We won't fall off. So just keep going like this, all the way to the other side. Keep making your way over. Now we're just going to wait here. And then he's going to do that one more time. And then he's going to shoot a blast now. So we need to keep jumping and don't let that blast hit you. Make your way all the way to the last one. And then you can just wait right here. And now we need to restore these. And you can start heading to the other side if you want. Just so you have some more room. But our objective now is to just go over here like this. Keep hopping around. And then get on the last platform. And then boom. 2 out of 3. So we only have 1 more to go. So here we're just going to wait around again. He's just being a little extra, alright? Now we need to dodge these attacks. Use this to dodge that. And then restore the platforms when you need to. I recommend constantly restoring these for this last phase as much as you can. Just so you have room to actually move around. So I'm going to try and restore these 2. Like this. And then dodge those. Now he's going to start blasting us in just a second. So make your way all the way over here to this right side. And we're just going to wait. And then here he goes. We're going to move all the way over to the left. Just like before, dodging that. And then start restoring immediately. Because he's going to start on that left side now. So we're going to go like this. Keep making your way. Get the final one. And there we go. Alright, he's going to go back into the painting. And you're pretty much done. You just have to keep making your way to the middle. Just like before, like this. And we will finally defeat him. And well, guys, that's it for the video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this guide helped you out a lot. If it did, help me out, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.